So this one I'm gonna do on Rez and Zoo, and which I've seen them both in multiple places in a few different states. Very good shows. Love them, and I've got a couple different stories about both of them. But we'll just combine one. Well, let's say Electric Forest. I had a campground. Beautiful. That's the way to go. You got to bring a camper. If you don't have a fifth wheel or a camper, you got to think. After a couple days of dancing, do you want to take a shower? Do you want your girl to take a shower, or a place for other girls to take a shower? And a place to cool down and just kind of. Of course, you can't drown out the noise, but you can minimize it, but you still want to hear the music, or be able to change your vibes and have your own music. But anyway, so I was, I had seen Rez and Zoo both at Lost Lands, and then at Forest, I was trying to catch them both, but at one time, Rez was on the far stage, and Zoo was on one of the front stages. And so, fast pass through the line to get in, and I was running to Rez, because last time I had been there to see her, I was tripping and dancing so hard I didn't really get to, well, I enjoyed the music, let me say. But then that's when the baby steps, destroyed the stage, the Great Volcano Fire. But anyway, destroyed. But anyway, so I was going to see Rez, but Zoo was hitting the stage, or about to, and I had multiple people say, "Oh, you should come over here and dance by Zoo," and I was like, "Yeah, I like Zoo, and I respect how he, plays different instruments and dances, and and does all of his own promotions and stuff, and he's a game changer, But I need to go get down to some Rez." And so anyway, I was running to Rez, and I see this beautiful, beautiful little goddess on the ground, just tears just rolling down her face, and just looking so lost and helpless and in need of help. And I was sprinting, just flying past her, and see her crying as I fly past, and then I just tumbled and kind of caught myself and landed on my feet. And it's like, hold on, spun around, and in each hand I've got a wax pen with some good cheddar and fresh packed, and a unopened water bottle. And I was like, weed and water. I was like, what's wrong? How can I help you? She's like, oh, I'm tripping so hard I can't read my phone. I was like, me too. I was like, yeah, I tried to look at my phone a minute ago. Not happening. But here, let me see your phone. And, I found her friends, got them on the phone, and gave precise directions, location, details, with everything landmarked, to be able to vector in on where we were, so that they were able to find us within minutes. And that was like, another 7 or 8 of the most beautiful girls that you would want to have invite you to go hang out with them for the rest of the show. But again, I had a beautiful girl that I loved, or will always love, to an extent, in my camper at the campground. And so I could not go dancing with a bunch of beautiful girls. But they were very pleased that I found their friend, made sure she was safe. But as I'm giving her the water, she's like, is it only water? I was like, girl, if that was G, I would not be sharing it, and it wouldn't be sealed. And then I said, it's only weed. And I was like, it sucks that you have to ask those questions, but you got to be smart and safe. But I'm giving you a sealed bottle. You can have it. You can take it yourself. But bless her. Hopefully she's doing well, and hopefully her and her friends had a fun evening. And I really should have went with them. I would have had more fun. But I did, miss Rez, because as I'm, leaving her to go rush to Rez, Desert Woman started as Zoo hit the stage, and I got stampeded. If you can imagine, maybe 40,000 beautiful girls just, like a field stampede of buffalo, and you're just getting flattened into the ground and have to peel yourself out of the earth, like you're one with the earth, and they just trampled you, and you just got to peel yourself up. And that's how I felt, like I was just stampeded over by some of the, I love rave and festival fashion. I like many different types of fashion, but but it's just, Electric Forest is some of the best vibes in the world. Carl, You know, I'm definitely Forrest fan for life. But and I respect the Michigan State Police. They are very, fun there. All the ones that get there have to like jockey or lobby to get on the list just to work there. I spent many hours just talking with them and meeting some of the coolest officers I have ever met. And yeah, but the main thing is when you're leaving there, don't take drugs with you, and make sure you sleep and you hydrate and you're sober. Do not try to drive. I've seen some bad accidents leaving some of these big events, and it makes me very sad, and I pray for all of them. So make sure you find a place to go sleep or rest before hitting the highway. Do not ever think that, okay, I can walk straight and haven't been drinking, I can drive. Don't take that risk with your loved one's life, or somebody else's loved ones. You know, be safe, be smart. Prayers and blessings to all that fill me. Shane Michael, World War.